Welcome back to another installment of the Procrastinator's Paradise.
Hello.
Once again, we're not doing homework.
Not at all. Oh, well, what's in the news this day, Sean?
Well, let's take a look, shall we? Oh,
Probably the page after.
yeah, something good. Oh, look, Bobby Brown's having a fifth child.
Great.
Well, some people decide to have children. Sometimes they decide to have 8.
Or 14.
Or 14.
There is an update on that, by the way. We found out the name of the mother. We're not going to tell you, but she is 33 years old, unmarried, and she's always grown up wanting kids as some sort of a release because she hated being an only child. And that's basically the reason why she did. Even her mother was quoted as reporting that from a very young age, the girls wanted a lot of kids. So she's 33 years old right now, and the father of her first 6 children has proposed to her, but she always keeps saying no because she wants to do it alone.
And by alone, what she means is either getting a book deal or a reality TV show.
Yeah, see, John and Kate plus 8 is amusing.
But it
Random
doesn't.
single chick plus 14 is kind of depressing.
But she is plus 8 now, so maybe it's her favorite TV show.
I'd rather watch a documentary on the Holocaust.
All right, well.
Just saying.
On to a much lighter note. There's a new breakthrough in surgeries. Apparently, according to Dr. Robert Montgomery, chief of transplant surgery at Johns Hopkins, apparently removing a kidney is much better through your vagina.
Right.
Well, according to him, it's a natural opening, and healing goes a lot better.
Yeah, and apparently the procedure is really literally in and out. The patient reports it kind of being like getting a tooth pulled. She had got to leave like right after it was over. She got to walk just fine.
Usually it's the guy that leaves right after. Sorry. Oh boy, it's a rough day. So, there's a new hot couple in America. Their names are Tara and Bella. One's an elephant and one's a dog.
And they're best friends.
And if you were ever wondering where you could happen to run into an elephant, not at a zoo, there's a sanctuary in Tennessee.
I did not know that. Speaking of things in states that we don't care about, there's a peanut factory chilling in Texas that has been responsible for this huge outbreak of salmonella. Actually, it's not responsible. Its sister peanut factory in Georgia is responsible for the outbreak. But both of them have not been checked by the government or inspected whatsoever. And what led us to realize about this place that hasn't been inspected in 4 years is because its sister company in Georgia was recently inspected, because it's the reason why 8 people have died and over 500 have been infected nationwide with salmonella poisoning. And they found roaches, unprotected leakage through the system, things like that. And they realized, we didn't actually go check out the place, because in Texas, where the other one is, the country relies on just the state to take care of all the inspection matters. And apparently they didn't. All wonderful things come from Texas, we've learned.
Yeah, including infections. Wow. Speaking of infections, 2 of our most esteemed parents in America, Tom and Katie, decided to take their little family of them in Surrey to Brazil. When I was a young child, under the age of, 3? How old is she? 2, 1?
2, 3.
Probably like 6 weeks old. Let's bring a baby to Brazil. I mean, what possibly could that child enjoy from Brazil?
Diseases?
Nuts.
Coffee? That's Colombia.
Soccer.
God?
Soccer. And God.
God. All right. Well,
Well, at least they speak English.
speaking of English or people that can
I'm just
barely
saying.
speak at all, Katie Couric recently interviewed Lil Wayne. It's a pretty good little interview. Some of us like to sip on the cough syrup or whatnot before.
Doesn't having a tear tattooed on your face mean that you've murdered someone? How is he
Yes.
allowed to make records? Have you seen his face? It looks like he just watched Terms of Endearment.
I think it's only one tier, so I think it's okay. Anything above that, you don't make TV.
It's not 1. It's 4. I checked.
Wow. Wow. He is a gangster. And
Right.
gangsters don't ask questions. But Katie Couric does. And
Anyway, also in recent news, MySpace lately has been held responsible for banning 90,000 known pedophiles off of its website. Thank you, MySpace, for banning 90,000 pedophiles off your website. It's been said that MySpace, which houses 110 million users, and Facebook, which only houses 61 million, have been responsible for housing multiple pedophiles and adults talking with teenagers and people under 18. So now apparently they're going to try and make it harder for you to get one of these things if you're too young, and they're going to make it impossible for you to be friends with someone that's under a certain age if you're over a certain age. But can I just point out, as a college student and a person with an IQ over like 80 at least, I don't really use MySpace. I use Facebook. And can we just point out, Facebook has not ever once had any problems with a pedophile and a person off a Facebook meeting in person. MySpace has. People have died. Woo.
you know where else houses a lot of pedophiles, I'm sure? Guantanamo. I'm sorry.
Guantanamo Bay? Guatemala? Galapagos Islands? Guam? What were you gonna say?
Guantanamo.
Oh.
Sorry. Sipping on that cough syrup like Lil Wayne.
Why would it? I don't want to know.
I'm sorry. Anyway, speaking of Guantanamo, apparently somebody wants that back.
What?
Yes, recently Fidel Castro wrote an essay saying that Obama should give it back.
He's dying. When will the man die? He's not gonna die. He like survives all these illnesses, and now he's like so old and so decrepit he can't even rule the country anymore, but he still does through his brother. By the way, Obama, North Korea says hi.